Please start off by telling me what your name is.
Hello, my name is Derick Dungeon.
All right, and you're a current student at Wilberforce?
Yes, I am.
What's your classification?
I'm a junior, first semester.
Okay, and what dorm do you live in?
I live in Valentine Hall.
Okay, and are you aware of the situation that happened last Sunday night?
Yes, I was on the floor, the third floor of Henderson.
Please tell me what happened to the best of your knowledge.
Well, I was in Ronald Morrison room at the time. He left out and went to go to DC room. He heard girls, so he went to go check them out. After that, maybe like 5 minutes, I hear like thumping, rumbling, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh, what is that? After that, I came out of his room, and I seen him. They was like jumping Daryl and David. After that, I ran, and then they started running for some reason, and then that's it.
So, at what time did the situation with Ronald happen?
As in, the time as in...
So, during all of this, so Ron just went to the room and then
Yeah.
you saw people running and then what happened to Ron?
In the room, him and DC was coming out. They heard a commotion too. While they was coming out, guys was coming in.
Guys from where?
Central State.
Okay, so Central State boys ran into Henderson Hall on the third floor where you were.
Yes.
They went into DC's room and beat up DC.
Well, first they knocked out DJ. Then, while they were coming out, DC and Ronald was coming out. Central guys started coming in, and then Ronald and DC started backing up, with their fists out. And then after that, the Central guys just started jumping DC and Ron.
And what happened to Ron?
Actually, Ron lost his sight because one guy punched him in his eye. I think it's his... Yeah.
Okay, and after the fact, what happened to DC?
As in, like...
Where's
next
DC
day-
right now?
Okay, DC is at home
Why?
because the administration, the Miss Robinson, Dean Carter, and Patricia Hardaway, kind of said like it's his fault that the guys from Central came and jumped him and Ron, so they sent him home. But it's not his fault though.
Okay, and before this incident happened, did you feel safe on campus?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Because there was no securities, there was the cameras, they worked, but there's no tape. And some of them works, but some of them don't. There's no tapes in the recorders. Anybody can walk in, any building is unsafe, period.
Okay, so after the Ron incident, after Ron got jumped with DC and Ron lost his sight, have you seen more security?
Yeah, in Henderson Hall, at night, it would be like maybe 2 guys, police officers at night, but then in the morning might be one Caucasian guy.
Is Henderson the only building that you see more security?
Yes.
Okay, and so this isn't your first semester here at Wilberforce, is it?
Right.
When you first started at Wilberforce, did you see more security than there is now?
No.
No?
No.
How long have you been here?
3 years now.
You've been here for 3 years, and when you first came here, they were still having a security issue.
Yes.
Okay. And what do you think that the institution can do to make you feel safer as a student?
More security, they don't have, what's the word? They don't have any steps on, how to secure a building, how to secure an incident. So if they would go back, and hire more security, put tapes in this recorders, maybe, we have a safer campus. If the police, do what's the word?
Rounds.
Take some rounds. Have police that really care, really care about the students. Have our administration, that really care about the students.
To my knowledge, the security guards that are guarding Henderson Hall, they don't have guns. Are you aware of them having guns?
Yes, I heard that they don't have guns, and I know they don't have guns. They only have flashlights and handcuffs.
Okay.
Well, some of them have handcuffs. Most of them got flashlights.
Okay. And do you feel that what happened to Ron was a specific incident that could only happen to him in DC, or do you feel that that was a random act of violence and it could have happened to anyone because the campus is so unsafe?
It was definitely a random act of violence, and the campus is unsafe because Central came, let's say 2 semesters ago, it was this guy. He had surgery on his head. He was kind of ill. I want to say he's kind of ill. And Central jumped him. He was all right, but nevertheless, the campus was unsafe. We don't have anybody patrolling, anybody looking out. You know what I mean?
Okay, and were you notified by administration about the event so that you could take care of yourself, or are they kind of pushing it under the rug, keeping it on the hush-hush?
They are definitely pushing it under the rug. I haven't got no email, no phone call, no text or anything about this. Good thing I was there, or I wouldn't, would have known pretty much.
If Central were to come back and do it again, do you feel that you would be safe?
No, not at all. I heard they are going to do it again, but I don't know if the administration or anybody is going to take precaution about that. So, yeah, I don't feel safe here.
Were you notified that Central and Wilberforce are not to be seen on each other's campuses?
Yes, I heard. Nobody didn't tell me. I heard.
And since then, have you seen anyone from Central on our campus?
Yes.
Just a couple times, or is it still a regular thing? You haven't seen a change?
It's a regular thing, pretty much. But they don't come in groups like that, but it's a regular thing.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about Ron? Were you a close friend, or had you just met him before the incident?
I was a close friend of Ron. Well, I'm still am. Still a close friend of Ron. He's a good guy. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Just hopefully he could get better and he could get that money from the school.
So you think that Ron should sue the school?
Most definitely sue the school.
Is the school solely accountable?
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Because we don't have security.
Okay, and aren't there locked doors at every dorm, and don't you need ID to enter any building?
Yes.
But what?
But RAs, other people that people that send after that little man, they really don't check for IDs like that. And sometimes the machines don't work. They just pull the door. Just like during an accident, the Henderson door didn't work. So they just pulled it open.
What about the police officers on campus? Aren't they everywhere, and don't we have police on staff at all times?
Not at all. They're not everywhere. They're old. They don't even have a police vehicle.
Where are the vehicles?
It's broken in the parking lot.
Okay, and so you feel that if anything were to happen at this very moment, do you feel secure that police would be there instantaneously?
No, not at all. Not at all. It probably took, 3 hours? No, maybe an hour for our police to show up. That's our police, Wilberforce police. Now, the other police is like Dayton or Central, they came.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add about the whole Ron incident and how he became blind? No? All right. Can you tell me your name one more time?
My name is Derick Antonio Dutcher.
Thank you.
You're welcome.